It go crazy. It go crazy. It go crazy. It go crazy. Go Go crazy like a dum-dum. Eastside homeboy, where I come from. Dance on the floor till you go numb. No fighting, no hating, no red wrong. This is OOO City. All the way to the bay, hit the bay swimming. Catch a case cause it's beating up your Chevy. Get you moving side to side, getting all sweaty. Make you work it out. Turn the volume up loud. It's a dry crowd. Make it all shout. Go crazy. All the way from the O to LA. Hit play on the track and I'm ready. Like a quarterback, Tom Brady. Get you all in the friends. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. All the way from the O to LA. Go crazy.
We hook the buzz and talk the club up. They tear the rugs up, soon as we turn the subs up. Everybody hands high like a drug bust. Yeah, I'm from the West, homie. Don't you see the dubs up? Baptizing on the top, fill the tubs up. Rap nines with the rocks, tell them fill the cups up. The show though, original, the type is proto. I go. Crazy, yeah, loco, and solo. The coach and loco, I represent the Ocho. Immersing together, the put the devil in the coco. Either I leave him on the mat flat out, squeeze the telly black out, or when they see him tap out, they go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. All the way from the O to L. Go crazy. All the way from the O to
I really go crazy on that.
What's going on, everybody? This is Scoop. And as you can see, we got some couple different co-hosts tonight. We'll have a good time. So I hope everybody is having a good day. Listen, before we jump into tonight's show, let me first tell you to tonight's show is interactive like all the rest of them. So y'all make sure that you put your comments all throughout the show. We got some hot topics that you don't want to miss. And of course, y'all know my co-host here is gonna bring it to you. So for those who don't know who these two are, this young lady here to my, I guess on my screen to my right, but to you probably to your left, is actually my very first co-host some time ago. She is the host of the Woman Cave. This is none other than Miss Candace Payne. Welcome back. How does it feel to be unretired? Pulled you out of retirement for the day.
I know. This actually feels pretty good. I'm excited. You know, I miss these thought-provoking, fire-starting conversations, so I'm looking forward to this tonight.
Yes, yeah, and you still light a fire too online. So you know, lighting fires, but
I'm looking forward to this. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. And this gentleman, you've probably seen him if you've watched tuned into the Brothers, the show that we do once a month. This gentleman on my screen to the left, so that means probably to your right, is none other than my brother, my friend, Mr. Wesley White. I almost called him by his full government name. So what's going on, sir?
Don't do that. I owe people bill money. Don't do that.
We don't want no problems there. We don't need.
I'm trying to elude them as long as I can.
Yeah, you don't want to go.
What's going on?
Good, man. How's your day? How's your day been, man?
Not too bad. Typical Tuesday, you know.
Typical Tuesday.
Tomorrow, so yeah, typical Tuesday. You know, got my nap in. Hope ain't none of my coworkers or my bosses watching on this because I did get a nap in today. So
you and these naps, man.
Hey, you know they say a power nap is recommended throughout the day just to get you back focused. So.
The rest of us grown folks don't get to take power naps every day, but you know, hey, I guess it'd be nice.
Hey.
Well, let's what we got a good show tonight again. We got some great hot topics. And so for those who don't know, y'all, they are having a snowstorm in Oklahoma City, ice storm in Oklahoma City. So that's where Kels and Q are tonight. So we're definitely praying for them, for their families, making sure that they are safe, hoping that they are safe. And all of our viewers and friends in Oklahoma City, we are definitely hoping that you are safe. So, of course, again, as it says on this crawler, y'all hit the share button. I need to see y'all comments tonight. Click the link, type, let your friends know it's time for the scoop because we got a lot of really good topics tonight. So we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to jump straight into these topics. Hold on, where's my, there it is. I had to wait for looking for my order. Yeah, and also Jamaica, she was supposed to be with us tonight. She couldn't because they're having some stuff out there where she is. So we got a lot to talk about, and which is good. We got plenty of good topics tonight. So
I see.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into these topics. So the first topic tonight is this post. I actually posted this myself. And I thought that this was a very interesting post, a very interesting statement we'll see why. So what the post says is, it says, if men married the woman they actually liked, instead of marrying who society says marriage material, is marriage material, y'all wouldn't cheat and y'all would be happier. If you like strippers, right? Marry one. Bet y'all live happily ever after. Apply to yourself. LOL. If you wild boy, you need wild girl. Find your equal. Find someone you're yoked to. Instead of giving that church girl ulcers and heart attacks because she ain't we'll just go with that saying she's not the one.
I wonder what that was blurred out. I wonder what that word was that was blurred out.
We're not going to even try to figure that one out.
No, we're not. Oh.
We're going to figure it out. We try, we don't, I don't mind a few words, but they don't let us run our ads if we curse too much. So, be careful. Have to be
Thank
careful.
you for clearing that up for me.
Thank you.
Not me, because I don't mind. Y'all grown.
No,
I was going to say, get a little bit,
Yeah, I know. After a couple of drinks, I don't know what you gonna say. So let's start here. Sis, go ahead and tell me, what are your thoughts on this post?
That's a bit extreme. I saw the LOL part. So marry a stripper. I get where they're going, because when it's all said and done, it is very common. Well, I think in our generation, marrying for the wrong reasons, especially growing up in church, the church has these guidelines on what type of woman, what type of man you should have. Specifically to me, for men, there's a certain standard that is set for men, that this is who you bring home. This is the woman that's a wife. They tell us to give a man a chance. He got potential and stuff. So if he just got out of jail there, it's okay. But with this,
as long as he got a good leg.
A good leg. He has potential. But stop giving these church girls ulcers. I mean, I could feel that. Like, if that's not what you want, don't spend decades married to somebody and that really was not your type. You really wanted something different. You wanted something different than what your mama and grandma said. And what, like you said, depending on your position in the church, if we talking about church people, you have to marry what they think would match your image, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I agree, but I don't think you would be happy with no stripper either. So now that may be your thing, but
Wesley?
Good boy. I agree. I say marry the girl that you want. It took me a while to figure out what type of girl I was actually interested in. And I mean, you know, we've been through college together, and I mean, we've known each other for years. And so, I really didn't. I had this idea of the type of girl that I wanted when I was in college because I was going through my little phase, you know. But the more that I got to know myself and know what I liked, I like a damn freak. And and if it don't come out of the church, it ain't gonna work. Now, if I do find it in the church and she's still a freak, more power to her, you know. But as far as, everybody wants a what they call a God-fearing woman, but at the same time, you ain't gonna be God-fearing all, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, sometimes at one point you got to sit the Bible on the nightstand, and say, hey, let's get down to business. Let's come to do what adults like to do.
Should like to do.
So
what church people supposed to do?
Exactly.
Right? Church married people, right?
Exactly.
Church married people supposed to do now.
Supposed to turn up.
Supposed to.
Yeah. Now, hopefully, like I said, this is an adult show. Hopefully, that she knows how to be X-rated now. Choke, gag, whatever. But
what you do? Hey, listen.
What you do? But
what you do.
Let me go on the other hand. As far as the stripper, I don't. It takes a certain type of love to appreciate a stripper.
You don't have that kind of love, Kyle. You
don't have it.
It takes a certain type of love because that's another thing. At some point, you wanted to put that job down. It's okay for the bedroom, but sometimes, man, I just don't want everybody this. That's a catch-22 type deal. So
you can't love a stripper like Christ loved the church.
Hey, I agree. Look, I'm not saying I can't love her, but I don't know if she for me. I don't know if she for me. I'm stingy when it comes to that,
Yeah, I totally understand that. I think that I agree with the premise of the post, which is marry the person you want. I just never understood. So when I was in my, I could say like early 20s, like I can see me. I know that I thought the type of person who I want needs to understand what I'm doing, but I never thought. I wonder how they're gonna feel. The church or anybody else is gonna feel about who I married.
Yeah,
I wanted them to like my family, but I never was like, oh, my family. And that's just me. Like I've always wanted whomever I'm with to be for me, with me, And yeah, I'm with you. Like I can't listen. If missionary is all you know, it's not gonna work for me. Like
it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
I need some flips and some tricks and some.
I want her to catch me getting the mayonnaise out the refrigerator and then just force me in there and just.
This food said mayonnaise.
We just got rough in the refrigerator.
It said mayonnaise.
Whatever it is, like I just, like it's not. I can't do the. So yeah, I don't understand why this is. Again, I don't understand why anybody would ever even do it. I wouldn't care if somebody expected me to be with If I don't like it, I'm not be doing it. I'm the one that's got to live with this person.
Right.
Gotta live with me. Why would I care that somebody who don't pay no bills, who don't live with us, gets to say something? You know, and well, y'all probably. I say this. I've said to women one thing. Only thing I ask you not to do is don't get in the pulpit and grab the mic out my hand and don't cuss over the microphone. That's all I ask. Don't cuss nobody out over the microphone. And
okay.
That's it. Like I think that's okay. You know what I mean? You wouldn't do that at your regular job, just going there cussing everybody out. So don't come and cuss everybody out. I think that's fair, right?
Reasonable.
Yeah.
That's reasonable. So yeah, I don't. But I just think we gotta. No way in the world am I letting somebody else tell me who to marry.
So, is it the assumption that because you marry a church girl, she not a freak?
Not for me.
I was gonna say because I ran into some church girls that bless you.
Because
they're usually the freaky hit.
They blessed the hell out of me.
I think usually the problem is that so I've seen them both extremes. I've seen where there are some who have been so inundated with what not to do that when it's time to do it, they mentally struggle with that it's okay to do it. So I've experienced that. I've also experienced, where again, like some of the biggest ones die in church, but they don't like to talk about. I think the problem is you don't like to talk about it. And so you don't really know. And I think a lot of us fall for the okie doke because the ones that's not in the church, they'll walk up to you and tell you what they're going to do. Whereas the one in the church is like, I'm not like that. I'm a good girl. You're like, no. I need you to not be a good girl in this area.
Right.
Right. I need to know you can get to the getting when it's time to get it.
Get to the getting when it's time to get it.
The other ones, they be like, oh, let me show you.
Yeah. Them the ones I like, Bishop. I don't like the ones where they just learning how to color inside the lines. No, I don't want to teach that inside the lines. No, when you get down there, I don't want to be there to show you. Go to work. Go to work. Give them glory.
Right. Why do you go to work? What do you think that's how people normally think those is like that people like what church girls are not?
That's what because when you asked Wes, when you answered the question, you said, put the Bible on the nightstand every now and then. And it's like, hold up. There are some church women who do things in decency and in order. The Bible ain't always out.
Yeah. I ain't trying to listen. I don't want to hear tongues in that moment. In that moment, I want to hear. That's not the tongue I want to hear. I don't want
nobody trying to hear all that.
I ain't trying to listen to those sacred love songs. You know what I mean? Let's.
I need somebody like Della B off of Ray. I need Della B. He said, where your mama and daddy at? She said, the pastor and them out of town.
They gone for the weekend.
One of the comments said, many of us believe in Lady in the Streets and Freak in the Sheets. True statement. Thank you, Tay Jones.
I agree, but I think the problem with that is, like I said earlier, we don't know that. Like if there's no conversation or and plus, let's be honest. Most people these days aren't waiting till marriage. Mm-hmm. So if you're not waiting till marriage, then we want to you want to see what it's like, and if it's not good or if we don't get to see that Lady in the Streets and Freak in the Sheets, then we thinking again that it's got to be Bible study and missionary for the rest of our life, and nobody wants to sign up for that.
Right.
Cool. Yeah. I think in church, what's interesting to me is some of this is also put on that type of pressure is also put on women
Yeah.
by some of the men. It's not just women. Now, granted, I believe that the reason some of them act this way is because of the teaching of women, the old women, and those are supposed to be the ones that are wiser and the ones that we got counsel from. But at the same time, the husbands, the men, the preachers, that too,
Yeah.
are putting that type of pressure on women as well. And those be the ones that be addicted to porn.
Yeah.
So what you like, what you want,
Yeah. That's true.
which one you gonna go with. So
It's true. And then on top of that, you can't. It's like a woman can't, in a single woman in church can't just, even in any conversations, can't talk about stuff like that. Like
right.
you can't just be like, oh yeah, I like oral sex. Like a single woman in church. Wait, hold on, you what? Now you a Jezebel, and every woman gonna be making sure her husband gonna come around you and like that. Yeah. So I definitely agree with that.
So what do you think? What do you think about men marrying women that they actually don't like, though? Let's address that portion of it, not just the freak part, but let's address the portion about women wasting years, or a man wasting the years of a woman, knowing initially that that's not who they wanted. And these are people who stay married for decades.
Yeah, it's true.
Let's talk about that.
Those people, Candace, either those people are terribly miserable, or they usually end up tipping out.
Yeah, I think it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think
if you got an appetite, you gotta eat.
Yeah,
you gotta eat.
Yeah,
you know?
I think they're wrong, and I think that people who do that, I mean, I can't say it's sin, but I think I think you are robbing both of you of the whole type of life that is really intended for you. Because
right.
That's not fair to somebody to marry them. And I think on this post, this was the post where I asked the question. My follow-up to that was, so do women get married to men before realizing or finding out if he really is the person that they want? Because as a woman, like I would want, like as a man, I would want to make sure I like this person. So I would think as a woman that there's been some investigative work to be like, do he actually really like me, or is he just marrying me because I fit the first lady mold or the church woman mold? So I wondered that, but I think it's absolutely wrong for a man to do that and inappropriate. And yeah, I think you're a pretty terrible person for doing that if you do that to somebody.
But a man will marry a woman who's in love with him, but not vice versa.
A man will marry a woman that's in love with him,
but not vice versa. Someone said that to me before. That's what made me say it. Because in the post it said, stop giving these women ulcers, knowing that you don't like them. But a man will marry a woman simply because he knows she will be loyal to him. Not that he necessarily likes her and or even love her.
Yeah. And that loyalty will drive her to like do all the stuff that he sort of quote unquote wants, and he could like that. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's still wrong and stupid, and you're inviting a whole lot of trouble with that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That was a good post.
Yeah. All right, here's the next one. Next hot topic. Very interesting. So, ladies, if your man wanted to get Botox, lipo, chemical peel, or cosmetic surgery, what would you say? Ladies, if your man wanted to get Botox, lipo, chemical peel, or cosmetic surgery, what would you say?
Botox.
I'm gonna start with you, sis, on this one again because this is too late.
I got my judgmental face going. What is a man getting Botox on? See, my old side might come out, but
I don't know.
Right. I don't know. Like, I know women talk about stuff like this. What does a man need cosmetic surgery? Like, what are you both lipoing? Like you thick, you got too much thighs, booty.
Well, his name is
Like-
probably Charles, but he goes by Chelsea behind closed doors.
See, yes, yeah. I'm judging him.
I
I don't know.
the Botox again, unless he's on TV, even then I think it's weird.
Does he get his eyebrows arched and stuff?
Lipo.
I'm trying to figure out what the chemical peel part is.
That's probably the only one that I could probably.
Yeah, it's good for your skin.
Yeah, the
He
chemical
has
peel,
bad skin.
you have really bad acne or something, and you want to that part.
Mhm.
I've never known a guy to do that. I don't.
Don't know what Charlemagne get? Like Charlemagne the God got to get them things.
Yeah.
chemical
Now,
peel, okay. Hey,
the facial stuff, I can see that. Like, like manicures and pedicures, I can understand that.
that's the first I've heard of it.
I can, like I said, I could see me. No, I can't. Yeah, I can't Botox and lipo.
Somebody put in the chat. Oh, he gay.
That's what I said. Look, that's what I said. He was born Charles, but behind closed doors, he go by Chelsea.
Yes. I'm stop reading the comments. I ain't fooling with y'all.
I want to know what he wanted it, but it's his decision.
Yeah, and I got decisions to make after that too. Because what we not about to do is you can't be prettier than me. Like that's just
I don't. I'm just going. I don't.
I'm gonna go with no.
So your
It's
husband
a no for me, dog.
So Candace will come to you and be like, I think I need to get Botox on my. You get Botox. You're gonna be like, nah, fam.
Yeah, you need to love yourself, fam. That's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about these words of affirmation that's missing.
You call it firm work.
And see,
I'm gonna pull out the love languages and like revisit the love language.
So Candace, if you in the midst of cooking and he catch you right in the midst of cooking and say, I've been thinking about getting lipo and some Botox.
You want to catch me off guard while I'm cooking? That's how you know you're wrong. That's how you know you're wrong. You don't come at me when I'm cooking. That's how I know you're doing something wrong. You're doing something you ain't got no business doing because you came at me while I was cooking. You're wrong.
What would you?
You don't need to do it.
I don't think that's ever. I've never been a part of a conversation where a dude was like, "Hey, bro, man, I'm thinking about getting some Botox, man. What you think?" Like, Kyle, I could see us having this time if like one of the brothers say that. I could see that person getting talked about for the next one. So yeah, I don't.
That don't sound good. Right there.
Yeah, that wouldn't. I'm pretty sure we roasted him for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, I could see him getting roasted for at least 24 hours.
Okay, so we got a comment, right? It says men get Botox, cosmetic surgery, and all of the above regularly. It's about maintaining their image.
If you like Steve Harvey and you're on TV all the time, I might give that a pass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna talk about him, but I might understand. That because you're on TV on the regular. Okay, maybe.
Even then, like after a while, you start looking a little stretched out and like a cat, like could be because of too much of that stuff.
Can't move your face.
Yeah, it's like some of their faces be like that. It'd be super tight. I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, we need to talk. We need to talk about this. We need to get your mother and father involved and see what happens.
I'm pretty sure he's into probably Caitlyn Jenner if he's asking about
Sylvia said, "Are hair plugs different?" I think hair plugs.
That's different.
Hair plugs are different because I mean, yeah.
Yes, Sylvia Smithers said the same stuff a woman get work on. I just think it's different, sis. I mean, I don't know. Like it's just different.
I've never ran into a guy that said he wanted to get his lips injected or anything like that. I've never I just never ran into it.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely different. It's different. It's weird.
Typically with Botox,
I would say, like, for example, like, I think it's fine for men to get manicures and pedicures.
Right, I'm with that. We can go together.
It's a problem when you get color on when a man be like, put that black nail polish on there. Put that. Like, see, to me, that's like, again, if that's what you do, that's what you do. If you're, but I just, like, again, if Terry was to, or Wesley was to be like, walk around here with purple fingernail polish, me and you might have a conversation. You talk about something. Now, again, if that's what you chose to, like, say, hey, this is the lifestyle I'm about to lead, I'm like, oh, okay, but not just all. We playing basketball, we hooping, and you got a purple nail polish. That just would be weird to me.
Yeah.
Next question. Next question.
Okay.
You already know what I was thinking.
Next question.
Okay.
Next question.
Okay.
All right, and this we actually picked this one because this is actually a really interesting question. So Earl Phillips posted, he said, for kicks and giggles, can anyone name a song in the last 10 years that got airplay praises black men? Not for argument, just had a discussion talking about our culture and different energies.
Angie Stone.
Airplay. They got a lot of airplay. So Angie Stone
was that?
That's in the last 10 years? Was that in the last?
Was that in 10 years though?
Wait, is that you talking about Angie Stone or NDRE?
I'm sorry, Angie Stone. Black brother.
Was that in 10 years?
I don't know if that was in the last 10 years though.
Was that in the last 10 years?
10 years. I think that came out.
It might be older than that.
Yeah, I think it's older than that.
Let's see.
I think that's older than that.
Black brother.
Let me look at my playlist.
Yes, I'm looking it up too. That came out in actually 2009.
Oh, that's old. That's old.
That's old. Oh, my bad, fellas. I'm sorry.
No. 2001. It was released August 28th, 2001.
Get up out of here. Okay.
Yikes. Somebody said for kicks and giggles, huh?
For kicks and giggles.
Man, huh?
So they said 50 Cent, I'm the Man.
Okay.
I don't know that song.
Is that a song? I don't know that song. Is that a song like empowering black men? I think is what it's like. Empowering or praising black men?
Empowering black men, yeah. Let me search, child. Because maybe I'm missing song that empower.
Aim in the world, we ain't nothing in every ghetto.
Preaching. None of Beyonce songs? No.
You know.
My last hope was NDRE, Candace.
I think NDRE. So on the post, the only thing we came out with the NDRE, David, is it the one that she had David Banner in the Crazy Love? It was that.
What about the one she did with Music Soul Child? Is it Chocolate High or something like that? Once she
was that 10 years now?
That wasn't 10 years.
Is that that's older than 10 years?
Brown skin, nothing, no.
I'm talking about Chocolate High.
Chocolate High with Music Soul Child.
Your chocolate high. Nope, that was 2009.
2009.
Okay. Dang.
And somebody said Jill Scott's. Did I tell you to say that? Jill Scott, I Need You.
That's a good one.
Let's see.
Wait, when did that come out?
And then they wondering why these brothers running around here acting like that.
Actually, I Need You came out in 2004.
Dang, these mothers are old. So what's up with the quality of the music?
Like I said, they went around, these brothers running around here acting like that. Ain't no music God uplifting them.
I think so. I think it was. Yeah, I think the only one we came up with was NDRE. Um, when was Brown Skin? When was that one?
Brown skin.
Oh, that's definitely old.
That's old.
That's definitely old.
So even the one, the truth, yeah. I felt like NDRE.
That was 2001 too.
Dang. I still be listening to this stuff. So this regularly.
Well, I mean, it's still relevant. But
Dope songs.
They just haven't put nothing out recently.
The truth is 2002.
Okay.
The truth, and he is so real.
Yes.
Love the way that it makes me. Aloe Black, the man. But is that on the radio? Like I've never even heard Aloe.
That's true too. Nah, they don't play. Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, I think the interesting part of the question, and from what he later said was talking about, like you were just saying, Wesley, like sometimes maybe a part of the problem is with our culture is the music. It's part of the music that that it's not encouraging. Where a lot of things to correct women. So Austin, I listen to some rap, not and but
I listen to some rap.
It has to be on the radio, is what it was saying. Like it got regular airplay on the radio.
Yeah,
which would make the song more like to the exposed to the broader culture.
Mm-hmm.
Cater to You, well, I don't think Cater to You was 10 years either though, because that was
I Need a Soldier.
But now when they write the songs. When they writing the songs, I was told when they writing the songs, most of them write songs from things they are currently experiencing.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So is that to say that Black women are not experiencing anything good out of the Black man?
That's a question.
To kind of provoke them to write something that's uplifting and praising Black men. I mean, Beyonce and them posed the question, can you pay my bill? Can you pay my telephone bill? I mean, is it something? What's going on?
Yeah.
What really are Black women experiencing that they are not putting out songs?
So, from what I hear, Black women don't feel protected by the Black man. Don't feel appreciated and stuff by the Black man. Even in the videos, sometimes there's a specific kind of woman that they got in the videos, or a lot of famous men with the wives on their arms. It's not a representation of us beautiful brown girls. So maybe the experience is not as great as it could be.
So then to answer Earl Phillips, by the way, that's an old name, Earl Phillips.
You're so petty.
To answer the question, yes, there hasn't been anything in the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that if we're honest, music helps is one of the ways that culture is not just it's shaped. And so I mean, if you think about it, if we looked at the 60s and 70s to hear this is a man's world, to hear Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, not to say that there weren't other songs out there that that were not as whatever, but that those words were out there and became anthems of our, just like one of you said earlier, can you pay my bills became an anthem for the community. Whether to be honest, it did. So, to the left, everything you own, that was something that That was an anthem. So I think to Earl's point, we should look at ways that we can popularize music that empowers and praises Black men, just like we do the same with Black women. So I think that's why I'm like, that's actually a pretty good post. Even
That's a good question.
yeah. And then I wondered, because a lot of the music now is controlled, like what's put out is not always controlled by the artist. How much of this, my conspiracy mind wonders, how much of this is a conspiracy by people who don't want Black men and Black women to unify, to not have these songs out there, but to continue to have music out there that is, in this, we say empowering, but in some instances divisive towards the Black family. I know, just a thought.
Yeah. As soon as Cardi B and Meg put that WAP song out, you heard was
golly.
Don't get them started on WAP, please.
There's some old in the South. Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, that song just, you talk about fights.
Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah.
Those songs, fight words.
Yeah.
So.
All right, next one. Let's see. Hold on. Before we do this one, let me do this. So, because I forgot to do this earlier, if you do not follow us on our Scoop Show YouTube channel, make sure you do that. Our YouTube channel is the Scoop Show, and on it you can watch us live. So if right now you wouldn't be able to see us on Facebook, you can watch us live on YouTube and comment. And B, you have all of our previous shows, not all of them, but our previous shows on there that you could catch up to, comment on as well. So if you have not liked our YouTube channel, please go and do that today. We also forgot to do, I forgot to do Bay or Bye. Hold on, let me do that too.
We forgot some stuff.
I forgot all the commercials. So for those who
You've been drinking tonight, ain't you? You've been drinking tonight.
It's Pepsi. If you have not seen Bay or
I thought you stopped drinking Pepsi. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this is the first time I don't have Pepsi on the show in about 4 weeks. Yeah, I'll pay for it later. It's probably Pepsi. I'll be up to 2 a.m. like, but anyway. So if you all have not seen Bay or Bye, which is the new dating show that Kels created, it should be coming out within the next couple of weeks. But this is the new dating show, the hottest dating show. Make sure you go to the Curvy Kitten Presents Bay or Bye page, where y'all check out this this preview. Let me mute everybody real quick. Y'all mute y'all microphones real quick, because don't get any feedback. But this is Bay or Bye.
What inspired me to create this show was the continuous talk of bad dating and how bad it is today, nowadays, and how it's just getting worse by the minute.
Mine is 12 years old, and he's worried about me and marriage myself. Yeah. You do know you the mama, right? Yeah. They don't think I'm the mama. So, what was one of the best dates you've been? I was just because I never been anything like that before, and he pushed me. It was something that pushed him right from my Let's see. I'm a little hood, so a real good date to me is having me a nice bottle, having me something, to medicate. And I like gifts, so he usually is good at getting me a gift to go on the date. And we can go get something to eat and come back, because it's really just with us. It's more about spending time together. than it is about the actual date.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You hope his breath don't stink. You know what I'm saying? Hope he's a gentleman.
Fly like a playground, you play around. Got my pride to the side, what you saying now? Yeah, I'm coming tonight, no more debate now. No time, no see, on the way. It is long, like the only thing I'm laying down.
All right, so that is they are back. And if you have not gone to the Kirby Kitten Presents Whereby page, then you need to do that because again, it will be premiering very, very, very soon. So y'all make sure you check out They Are By. Also, last one, and then we're gonna get back to our topics. Make sure you go and vote. If you're in November 3rd, next Tuesday, yeah. Make sure you go out and you can start early voting already in most places. And of course, if you are in the Oklahoma City area on the east side, then you need to seriously vote for Attorney Jason Lowe. Jason Lowe is the attorney who represented all of the Black Lives Matter protesters who were arrested pro bono, who is the person who has written criminal justice reform for the people of Oklahoma City, who have written legislation to help get more funding in schools. I mean, this brother is out in this community really helping. So next week, in Oklahoma City District 97, which is the east side, which is where we live, y'all go and vote for Attorney Jason Lowe. All right, next topic. Next topic is
make sure, Bishop, you send me that link to Bay or Buy. Bay or Buy.
I got you. This next topic is actually pretty interesting.
Okay.
So this one says, fellas, we don't get enough credit for the restraint required when a woman feels she can talk to you any kind of way. So I asked fellas, do you agree? And ladies, what do you think about the amount of restraint a man has to have? So I think what I was trying to ask is, like, do you recognize the amount of restraint it takes for us to not respond with the same amount of force as his response as we get when you all are talking to us in that kind of way? Wesley, I'm gonna start with you.
So you're asking, do men get enough credit for the amount of temperance that we display when a woman talks to us any kind of way?
Correct.
That's what you're asking.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Come on, temperance.
But now that's why I think if we're gonna talk on a spiritual level,
you ain't gotta be spiritual about it. Go ahead and say it.
For the streets.
Because I do believe that men should be the stronger vessels. I do believe that. I think that we should be the leaders, and we don't get enough credit for being the leaders. There are a lot of women out there who say whatever they want to men, and the men, they practice absolute temperance or good restraint. Because it's a lot of things that some women say that merit being slapped the shit out of. But if that man is practicing good temperance, I say, you know what? Get that man credit. Give him
He said temperance.
And for those who may not know what that is, that's just self-control. Just self-control. You know.
Yeah.
I think if men are if there are men who are showing that, because I'm gonna tell you one thing, can't nothing get slicker than a woman's mouth. Ain't nothing gets slicker than a woman's mouth.
Woo! You know my sis, go ahead. I will. Woo!
Hey, as a woman with a mouth, the blood.
I pray for. Listen, I pray. Help it. Nah, I pray for you and him. Like, keep him, Jesus.
Yeah.
Since day one. And you know what's interesting? You said women say stuff that can get the shit smacked out of them. We know that.
But why do it?
Why do it?
It depends on what. See, that's the thing. Sometimes y'all don't be knowing how y'all can provoke the fight. We can't fight y'all physically. We know that y'all can knock the hell up out of us.
Uh-huh.
But when it comes to the slick words,
no match.
And look, it's to the floor. It's to the floor.
Yeah. Because if you knock the hell up out of me, I can go flying across the room. If I say something, I'll send you across the room. I ain't got to touch it. I ain't proud. I have had to go to the altar because it's the very thing. I know that it ain't right. And okay, so the thing, I commend you all for having restraint, for having temperance. When in a heated conversation, you control yourself. That's why it's best to walk away. You know what? Let's have this conversation another time. Because that's the thing. If any human being feels attacked, it's natural for them to defend themselves, right? And a woman uses her words to defend herself. Because sometimes y'all words hurt. Really? Sometimes they hurt.
My words really hurt.
Can I say an example? And I think Bishop, we may have had a conversation on the phone with the other brothers about this. I seen a post, and the dude, he came in, and the woman was at home, and he said, I've been at work. He said, you've been at home all day, and the house is clean.
Those are fighting words.
And she responded. She said, you've been at work all day, and we still broke.
That's so watch it. Watch it though. So that's the thing.
That's below the belt though, Candace.
But that's the thing. As a quick-witted smartass, I'm telling you, you have to know what you marry these people and then get mad when they hit you with the word. But you belittled her, and that's the thing. That statement was actually belittling.
So saying you have been home all day and having
and the house still.
And the house.
Yeah. So what she been doing?
What should a man say in that?
Okay, so is there? Well, first of all, because I stayed home, I was a stay-at-home mom. I had children at home, so I know what it's like to actually clean up, and them jokers
and just mess it right back up.
Like I ain't did nothing.
Yes.
So, I get that. And that gets overwhelming because my entire day was surrounded by this family and then making sure that he had a hot meal when he came home. So after a while, it was like, okay, there's a way that you can say that. If you're concerned about the way the house look when you get home, then sit down and talk to me and then let's come up with a strategy. It may be some strategy. I get it. You want it clean. Hell, you think I don't want it clean?
Yeah.
I looked forward, my children are old enough. I look forward to the day I didn't have to wash dishes anymore. So, or load the dishwasher, clean the bathroom. Come on, it's a lot.
Yeah, I agree that in the sense of when you have children. In this particular instance, there were no children.
There were no children.
Yeah,
she was at home probably sitting on her ass watching the Judge Judy's and all that, the soaps and stuff that came on, the stuff.
We don't watch that no more. It's Hulu, Netflix. We got to catch up on Power.
Okay.
I think
Orange is the new black. Orange is the new black.
I think that you have to you do have to propose the question in the right way. And if the issue is cleanliness, then that's a discussion. However, to the original post, I think that as a man, you have to walk into the scenario knowing that just like your fist can do damage to her if they are used, her mouth can do damage to you if
My God.
and so I think that both of us should practice restraint, just like men should practice restraint and never put their hands on a woman. I think that women should practice restraint and be kind when they use their words.
Everybody, use your words kindly.
And I think, but again, I think that there are going to be times when she says something crazy, and as a man, we do not. I think I honestly think what I'm learning now is y'all don't actually think that we have feelings. And so
y'all act like y'all don't have feelings.
I'm just saying, but
Because why on earth would you tell a man that's been at work all day? He been getting talked down. Look, he been getting talked down because they promoted him. He's still at entry level.
So he got to fight the man.
And we still broke. But and this man felt, look, he did 10 hours because he said, I'm going to do 2 hours overtime. I'm going to do 2 hours overtime just to show I'm trying. Just to show I'm trying. And she said, you've been at work all day. We still broke.
That
was a punch. That was a gut punch.
That's a gut punch.
It was a gut punch. And she knew that. Which and I think that so I think that like to that particular in a lot of conversations, like it's one thing for I use numbers. So it's one thing for me to make what I perceive is a level 3 insult. But y'all would take a level 3 insult and turn back around and use a level 2 statement, and we'd be like, that wasn't even called for. That was like, did you have to like y'all really? I'm surprised you tell him his sex is a whacker. You know what I mean? Like like y'all just be trying to wound people sometimes. You like really?
You know what it is?
Wow.
It's like a defense. Like I need you to stop. Maybe it's a conversation. It's like I can get you to stop with this blow.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's game over.
It's game over.
Yeah, game over.
We go for the winning shot.
I would need you.
That's more than a winning shot. That's the death kill, right? Yeah.
That's it. I think I'm gonna sleep on the couch tonight.
That's what it is. I'm going to bed and I'm not talking to you.
I'm not talking to you no more.
I'm going.
You got to be careful. See, that's the thing. Sometimes y'all like them quick-witted, smart-ass women until they come back to you.
Oh, I agree. It's funny when it happens.
It's funny when she go checking other people.
Yeah, listen. You know how I feel about that. Use that on us brothers out of that. We don't need that. That's the weapon. That's the weapon that God gave y'all for each other, not for us. Text Sister Shirley at the quickie mark. Leave me out of this. Leave me out of it.
I don't leave me out of it.
Just like I ain't gonna ever put my hands on you, but if the dude that to try to walk up on you, so you see how that works?
I get it. It ain't right. It ain't right, ladies. We do have to do better. Y'all gotta learn how to communicate effectively. If you are not pleased with something, you have to communicate right. Set the mood. Something.
Like, you would set the mood to be like,
you know what? We do that. Believe it or not. When we address issues,
we do to make
we thought about it like a week before. We practiced and rehearsed in the mirror and everything.
Okay. All right. Here's the next one. So Jamel Hill, who I absolutely love, she says, I've increasingly found that many Black men just want better access to patriarchy. They don't want it dismantled. And Paula White, L. White, says, stop with the infantilization and demonization. By the way, I've never heard that word up until this post. Demonization of Black men already. Black men are the most progressive men in many ways. Do the research. Yet on the right and the left, it has become a sport to define them by the misguided in their ranks.
Paula White. Oh, that's not the Paula White I thought it was. Okay.
No.
I recently found that many Black men just want better access to patriarchy. They don't actually want it this manner. Okay, y'all go first.
All right, Wesley.
I'm trying to figure out where she wants us to go with this.
All right. So, do you think? Do you think first of all, Jamel is correct that Black men? So by patriarchy, we don't want equality with Black women. We want to be white men. We want to have the same benefits of women. So we want to control women, to control. We don't want equality with our Black women. That's what she's saying.
Some
privilege. We want to have the white male privilege. We don't want equality with Black men.
I can't say that I've necessarily experienced that. I can't necessarily say the circle of Black men that I associate myself or surround myself with want that. Most of the guys that I'm with, they're very respectful to Black women, and they want to see Black women just as equal as Black men. So that's why I'm trying to really figure out where she has found it, where Black men feel like they can be in control or be, I guess, dominant over Black women.
Okay.
I haven't seen that really. Most of the time, I see the Black men. They're trying to uplift the sisters. You know, the guys that I'm around. I'm not talking about the mother. I'm not talking about the other N words. but the guys that I'm around, they're really trying to pull the sisters up and really encourage the sisters and really be a backbone and provider for the sisters, you know. So and a support to the sisters. So,
so when you say they want to be like the white man, having control, the white man has control because the white woman doesn't have to work. So the thing is, some of the differences to me are the Black men want the woman to help financially and still want control, still want full 100% of control, finances and everything. Whereas in the white marriage per se, or the white man provides a 5-6 bedroom home, and she has the option to work, and that's why there's so much control in those relationships. And this is just from conversations that I have heard on the other side, but I think that's the problem. It's men are expecting women to pay 50-50 of the bills, but still want leadership, that headship. And it's like nowadays women ain't going for that. We either equal or we not. You know, if you are gonna have full control, then make sure you full control all of those bills that come in this house. That's very common in the white household.
So are you saying, let me just make sure I hear you right. Are you saying that if a Black man is paying all the bills, he can do that?
It's not right.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay,
because I personally don't like that the white man do it. However, because I live in a predominantly white neighborhood and I have somewhat of an understanding of how they operate, when they get their college, even in college, the goal is to get married, and so that man provides.
They're not there for a degree.
It's not there for a degree. The degree is in wife, so they are wife, mother, and everything is taken care of financially. So there's mad provision there. And so they have so if there's a white man privilege, he comes home, his children are cared for, some of them homeschool, they in the best school district. They go to the PTO meet, like everything. They take care of everything, but she doesn't want for anything either. So if you want that privilege, start looking on Zillow for the house that she asked for.
I would. So I understand. First of all, like with Paula White's comment about Black men often being generalized by our worst. I think there's some truth to that. I do think that. I don't necessarily think that is something that Black women do, but I do think that society as a whole does that. I don't think, because I can't say that from we just talked about music.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at music, if you look at television, if you look at all of social media, the good, hardworking Black man is not praised. It's not shown as standard. You don't rarely. I rarely see the lowest denominator of whiteness being shown like you would see the lowest, of Black culture. So to that I agree. Do I think that Black men want better access to patriarchy? I would say no, but I think that Black men want access to equal pay, equal opportunities in the corporate world. Like, we want equality, which unfortunately, based upon the system that we are in, tends to at times looks like we want patriarchy. Now, to your point, Candace, I think where it can look like we want patriarchy instead of dismantling it is because we oftentimes try to achieve equality in the system with white men at the expense of not trying to do it along with Black women, because we still want to feel like we are, and we are heads of our home. There's still a level of authority that we have, and sometimes that comes across in a way that is very oppressive to Black people. And so I can see how that happens. I don't think that's the intent of that. I think our intention is to say that we should have the same. It's almost like we're running the race against white men. And because we're running against the race against white men, we're running away from Black women. If I would use the race analogy, instead of trying to run the race together to get equality.
And the reality of it is, Bishop, is that I don't care how much money that any male makes. The reality of it is that woman has just as much right and should be treated as equal as that male once you're married. That's what it is. You're not providing for her to say that have rule over you now. You're providing for her because you love her. That's what it is.
Right.
Your provision is made out of love.
But I think the problem, I agree with you that is the overall intent. But I think my pushback is what happens is, in situations where we disagree or where she wants to do something different than what I want to do, then at that point, now it becomes about who makes the money. And he who has the purse makes the rules. Yeah. And I think that's where it gets into the scenario of now our partnership looks different because I make 2 times more than you. And flip it. When she makes 2 times more than us, it's the reverse happens in relationships. So I think that's where the friction happens. I totally agree that that's why we should do it and why I think most of us begin to do it. But somewhere along the line, when it comes to, I think we should go here and we should buy this car, and I think we should buy that car. Then now it's like, but I'm the one who get up and make all the money, so I get to make the decision.
And as the head of the household, I get the
house. The Bible say you the weaker vessel,
you the weaker vessel.
And God forbid it's about sex. Your body belongs to me. You supposed to give it up whatever I want to. So I think that's when it gets kind of fuzzy and looks like patriarchy to Black women.
And I'm pretty sure that Jamil probably maybe knows someone or has herself probably encountered that type of situation. Maybe.
Yeah, sure. But again, I think that if you know her and follow her, she's not slamming Black men. That's not her thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's how she felt at this particular moment.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, she raised a good point, because some people really don't want that dismantled. They really want, and like you said, the intent could be, the person's heart intent could be, they just want to feel honored and, valued and important as the man of the house. I can even see that, but it's the way you go about it. Like you said, you really had a problem, like we discussed in the last topic, you had a problem with the way the house looked. There could have been a better way to address it. So I think that's the only thing. A woman really probably wouldn't care that you want to be the man of the house and all that other stuff, as long as everything is taken care of. Am I secure? Am I safe? When I wake up, am I good? When I lay down, am I good? You're taking care of business.
And that don't mean that the man is ruling over her, Candace, right? Just because he want to be the man of the house, that doesn't mean that he's ruling over her.
No, you don't own nobody.
Right,
that's dictatorship. You don't own nobody just because you marry him.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, I think. That's the only person. It's something about when people get married, they think they own a person. That's the insecurity in you from childhood, probably, or who bullied you as a child, or who didn't make you feel strong and as a man, as a child, that you get married and try to beat up on a woman and try to control a woman. Deal with yourself.
Right. Yeah.
So that's how I see that. And that's not what she's there for. And if she believes in you, y'all will be straight.
Yeah.
It won't matter.
Yeah. Shaquita made a very interesting point on this post. She said she agreed with Jamel because men still say things like, we want a woman. Her interpretation was to be quiet, cook, clean, and do whatever I want. And so I think we do, most men want a woman who gives us something we want. In a lot of instances, to be the primary person to cook and clean. Most of that's because we don't know how to do it. But and we don't like the confrontation. So I think that's correct. But I don't think we interpret that as wanting patriarchy. I think that's us wanting what we see as the gender role that we thought we had, instead of, which again, I could understand how it's translated in the patriarchy, especially if it's something that you don't want to do as a woman, or you're not good at, or you think it should be fair. But those are conversations. Mike says, I hope that we are making steps to leave this archaic system behind. Mike, I agree.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I
don't think we have a choice.
One of the things that I love about even arranged marriages, and I know this may sound crazy, but when marriages are arranged, they solely focus on the strengths and weaknesses of the couple. And, I put you with this person because they will strengthen you in this area. And that's the whole purpose of it. So even if you got, like you said, Quita mentioned that they just want somebody to shut up and be quiet. I think those smart comments sometimes come when there's no accountability too, or there's an expectation that we may have as a wife or a partner, and that maybe you even said that you would do, and you're not living up to that. So you're going to have to understand that if you want that level of authority, leadership in the home, you have to live up to what you're saying you're supposed to. So, like I said, I don't think it's intent on either side.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned.
Let me say, no, I would say, I think there's intent if we're looking at what we would call I forgot how did the post say it, the lowest among us. I think that there is intent on that, on a part of our culture. I think there are some black men who really do want that. I'll just be honest. But I think
I agree.
As a whole, I don't think we do. I think Mike brings up a good one. He says the wealth gap exists in part because gap exists as part of the cause for why black men don't make as much as their white counterparts. So it's two dimensional, like right. So which is one of the reasons why I think we cannot afford it. We can no longer afford to have these types of things in our relationships because of the wealth gap, and B, if black women are making 70 cents on the dollar and black men are making 80 cents on the dollar compared to white male counterparts, we can't afford to we need high 70, 80, and 80 cents to be put together to match their dollar. So
good point.
Yeah.
I agree with what she said though.
Yeah.
She makes a good point.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
All right.
Excellent point.
Next one. Before we jump into this, let me go ahead and do these two since I didn't do these. I had to do this. Of course, this.
What just happened? What just happened?
He went silent.
All right, I don't know what just happened, but okay, now I'm back. So McDonald's Wi-Fi. No, I ain't got the McDonald's Wi-Fi. I got the good Xfinity. Here we go.
Right, that's that good Xfinity.
Here we go. Hold on.
Like, I'm obsessed. It makes it so much easier to comb my hair. Like, I'm working it through my hands, and I just I can manipulate my hair with my hands because it's so moisturizing. It's so fire. Like, and my girls love it. Like.
All right, so make sure y'all get your Elegance by Design. It is, hold on. Yes, www.elegancebydesign.com. Get yours today. Y'all know I love me some Elegance by Design. If you missed that sale last week, I feel bad for you because it was good. So get your sexy tray, get your tingle toes, get your custard, your coiling custard. Y'all go to the website and make sure you get your Elegance by Design.
That's what's up.
Yeah. If y'all
Elegance by Design.
If y'all don't use it, y'all don't know what y'all missing. Also, if you are not a part of the Little Black Book of Business, you are missing out. The Little Black Book of Business is the book for business owners who are committed to quality service. And so we want business owners to be a part of that so that we can help you get in front of more customers. If you are interested in shopping with us, then go to our Facebook page, Little Black Book of Business, and sign up to be on our email list as well and shop with businesses that are in our Little Black Book of Business. All right. So I don't know. Did you all notice? Hold on, one more. And of course, again, vote next Tuesday. Yeah, November 3rd. Vote. Listen, vote. I don't know how to say that anymore. You got to vote.
Vote.
Yeah, and if you are on the east side, okay. See, Vote for Jason Lowe. Vote. All right. I don't know if you all saw this last week, but in the midst of all of the other presidential foolishness, Ice Cube, and everything else, Sean P. Diddy Combs announced that he is launching a black political party called the Black Party. Diddy says that he is tired of no one representing us, and so therefore he is going to start a political party that is just for black people. So I saw this, read it, and asked the question: is this the solution that we need as a people? And if so, will you be a part of this solution? So we have Ice Cube's contract with Black America. We talked about that last week, but Diddy is saying, hey, we need to take it a step further. We need our own political party. So my question to Scoop Nation, as well as the two of you, is this the solution that we need? Candace, go first. Your facial expression is...
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting y'all can see me on camera. I'm so sick of them. Like, I'm sorry, but Diddy got character issues to me, so he couldn't represent me as a black person in any way. Like, he did his own people wrong in the record industry. So I don't even trust him. Could we have someone to represent us? Cool, not him though. Let somebody else do this. Let somebody.
Well, he's not trying to represent us. He's just trying to say he's going to help start this own.
Nah, that either.
Party. You know, he can't start it. So you're okay with it, just not with him leading it.
Yeah, I think because I get what everybody's trying to say. You know, I get what everybody's trying to do, but I think it's the people doing it, even the way they go about doing it, and. Even now in politics, black and white, you can't please. Everybody is not going to be pleased. Some black people are voting for Trump. Some black people are voting for Biden. Both of them are liars. All said and done. So to be honest with you, no matter who you vote for, you're not going to be 100% satisfied. And while I get what black people are trying to do, even still, there are going to be black people who don't agree with Diddy. There are going to be black people who won't agree with Cube. Even Kamala Harris, you know, am I saying it right? Kamala Harris,
Kamala.
So either way, we can't please black people have to get in that mindset first, because when there is something that comes out for black people start fighting each other. So maybe we're not ready yet.
Okay. But so you think that this is a good solution, as long as it's not led by Diddy? And
yeah, I don't like Diddy.
And that maybe we're not. And you're saying maybe we need this, but maybe we're not ready for it.
Yeah, because maybe, and this might be too heated right now. Like, why do it now?
Why not do it now?
Because I think it's just too hot right now. Like the block is hot right now, and
cool it down and.
I think people can talk sensible when when everything is calm. And right now, everybody it's just too much hatred being spit back and forth with each other, and that's what politics do, in my opinion.
Do you think that maybe on social media? Do you think that maybe the heat and the motivation is good to get people engaged too, maybe? Or
that's not that. I do feel like more people might be voting this time. You know, I do feel like, and that's good. But I think when things come, I think we can have nice meetings like we talked about in relationships, because this is our relationship too. But when things are a little less heated right now, because some people, then I don't even think the black people will trust Diddy. He's definitely a what do you call it? He won for the stage. He likes to be in the lights. He been missing it anyway. So, like, to me, as a black person, I'd be like, okay, what this attention-seeking Negro want now? That's how I would view it. So I might not even, he go to solution. It might be a good one. And because of who Diddy is, I probably didn't even read it all, So get somebody who we can trust. Get somebody.
We should write the check and let somebody else be the face of this.
Okay.
Okay, Wesley.
Black people have been needing their own political party. We've been needing it. Mm-hmm. Now, the thing is, once we get our political party established, is getting us to be able to get along, not have that crab in the barrel mentality.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Mm-hmm. Because for some reason, it don't matter how well we do. We hate to see the next person doing better.
Yeah.
It don't matter how good we doing. We hate to see the next person doing better. And that's not how it is with other people. I mean, we've been part of the world majority for a long time.
You said we're part of who?
The world majority.
The world majority? Okay.
And I say that with respect of, with me being in the military and me being deployed and traveling abroad, okay. People who have color in their skin can't stand white folk. Mm-hmm. When you go over to those Arab countries, they are more accepting of people with color in their skin, black people. They do not like what they call pale people. They don't. So we've been part of a world majority. But the thing is once we have to get the mindset is that, look, we're in this to win it and to be able to have a voice that is heard. Mm-hmm. Because as long as we are in these other political parties, GOP and Democrat, and then being independent, we're never going to have the voice that we potentially have. We're never going to. We've been needing our own political party. It's just us coming into unity and saying, hey, it's not about what this person has. It's about advancing the voice of people who have color in their skin.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're saying we're not ready yet either.
I agree with Candace. I would not put Diddy in the forefront.
Yeah, I'm not.
He gonna be in every commercial. He's gonna be in every commercial
with his lip gloss and them.
Right.
I think. Do we need a political party? I don't know. I don't know if we need a political party. Here's why I say that. It would be nice, and Mike points this out in his comment. We're 13 to 14% of the population in America. And so first of all, we're not going to be able to get everybody to agree on a set of things. Let's just take let's look at right now. There's a large portion of the Black community that are voting Republican simply because of abortion.
I know.
So, and they agree with abortion from a Republican, and the opposite on the Democratic side. So even just on that alone, you have now split the Black community. So what was 13, let's call it 14% of the population, is now split to probably around 10 and 4. Let's call it 8%, 6%. You can't win an election with 8% of your population, which is 8% of our population.
And we already only 14? Come on, man.
So that's where I see the issue. So if you were able to find a way to unify and get all 14, we're still not enough. So I heard today somebody said, I didn't fact check this, but if of the voting, they said they looked up the numbers, and of the voting age people in this country, approximately 100 million vote. So if 100 million people are voting, how do we then we're going to have to get other people to vote for us. And not to say that they won't, but we would have to get that another percentage of that population to vote for us. So Hispanics, Asians, some, white allies, things like that, to vote with the Black Party, so that way there was enough people to actually win. Now, I do think if there's not enough information, but if there were, if we were talking about attacking this from a grassroots. So looking at councilmen, school boards, aldermen in cities and states, cities that have them, those mayors, I could see in heavily African American, Black populated neighborhoods doing that there. But if we're talking about a national election like a president, I don't think we have enough people to do that. But I love the solution. I love our own party. I just want to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I just don't think we're ready yet.
Bye,
Diddy.
I have a problem with Diddy being a part of it.
He can't lead it though. He can't be the
candidate. He can pass out flyers. I'm okay with him.
I need Diddy to do what Diddy does, which is be a good marketer.
Passing out flyers. He can create the flowers, pass out flyers.
He's a good marketer. He can get into some rooms, do that. But yeah, he can't be the face. He can't be the face. There's too many bodies. There's too many bodies in question.
See. I ain't trying to be unforgiving or nothing like that, but nah.
I don't even think it's about being unforgiving. I think it's just about we know how politics is. As soon as all of a sudden all the bodies that he got buried gonna start coming out on national.
All them books about to be sold, baby.
Another one, did he? Come on. Hot two. Oh, bro.
Everybody gonna download them Audible books and just be listening.
Hey,
the school gonna have so many topics.
Him too. Oh. It's gonna be sorry for saying this, but he's gonna be worse than John Gray was last year. Every week we got a new one.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Did he. So I think this is a great solution.
Not him.
We need a political party. I think we need a political party more than the political party. The other alternative to me is how do we unify as a community again and start becoming an economic factor? Because I think before we can become a political factor, we have to be an economic factor. So I think that's where we start. If we can get an economic base, I think we don't even necessarily need to create a new party, because then you can just buy one of the current ones.
Look at you, money man. Come on.
I do what I can. No.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. This is from Crystal. Crystal made this a very good post. Ladies. If you don't want to feel pressured to have sex, do you feel like you have to decide whether you invite a date in, go to their place, accept the trip, or go to a hotel with them? Or do you feel like going to those places doesn't automatically mean you're possibly willing to have
it? That's a good question.
Oh, I didn't want that. I'm sorry.
You went back to that old ass man name.
I ain't go to Earl.
Earl.
Sorry, Uncle Earl.
Uncle Earl.
Let's see. Sis, go ahead. You first.
Okay, so now I was told, I've been out the game for a minute, so. But I wouldn't encourage anyone to go to a hotel. And I believe, from my upbringing, from what I was taught from brothers and the men in my life, you go to a hotel with a man, they're expecting sex. That's what it looked like, the hotel for the night. Now, nobody should feel pressured. I think the conversation probably should be had, but feeling guilty for not having sex with somebody, no, you don't have to feel guilty for that. But I do think that, now, do you feel like going to those places doesn't automatically mean you're possibly willing to have sex? Yes, it doesn't automatically mean that. However, and from what I was told, in the mind of a man, it automatically means that. So that's why you gotta be careful with those blurred lines and just be straight up and clear on what the expectations are at the end of the night. If we get together late and there's a hotel, it's going down. That's what I thought. That's what the people told me. So.
Well, the people probably right. They probably right.
Do the people want the song? Do people want the song if you go into a hotel at night? So that's just the way I see it. So I'm not. Now I am a firm believer in you don't touch nobody if they didn't ask you. If they say no, it's no, no matter where. I just wouldn't go if you don't think that they, not gonna want you to bust it open. I wouldn't go. Don't invite nobody to your place if you're not ready for that yet. Or with COVID now, it's some areas. Crystal is in Chicago, and so some areas like Chicago shut down halfway. You can't go to restaurants and stuff like that. Everywhere you go, you have to wear a mask. It's a little difficult to get to know somebody. So I understand if you may want to invite somebody over, but I think you should make that clear. Make your expectations clear. If you get some mace if you need to, whatever you need to do to guard and protect yourself if somebody don't want to respect your boundaries and respect your rules. I just personally don't think that I would invite the person up or go to a hotel or anything like that, and not believe that they don't expect it. They're probably expecting it. Nowadays, I hear men do expect it. Whether they buy you something or not, they expecting sex. I heard y'all don't want to work with nothing nowadays. I heard, so I don't know.
Wesley?
Keith Sweat wrote a whole song about it. He said, "You say no, I say yes. Girl, I bet I can make you sweat." No, the reality is,
So stupid.
the reality of it is that grown folks get together and they do what grown folks do. Should a woman feel pressured into having sex? Absolutely not. Just like a man shouldn't feel pressured into paying for the bill at the end of the night. You do what you're gonna do because that's what you purpose to do. Bottom line. Now, look, Bishop, I don't know if you were still at the university when the pastor came down and he was like, "You take care how it look, you take care how it is." If we going up to a hotel after midnight, really, let me cut the midnight stuff. If we going up to a hotel after about 9:30, 9:45, look, you take care how it look, you take care how it is. Now, inviting a woman invites you into her place. Well, like you said, this is COVID-19, okay. Now we can watch one movie. Okay. We can watch one movie, okay. But after that movie go off, if she talking about putting on another movie, that movie ain't gonna get watched. I'm pretty sure that movie ain't gonna get watched, especially if we done had what they call some spirits. I'm putting it nice and calling it spirits. We had a few drinks. Yeah. And then if she all snuggled up on you, some ain't gonna get watched. We're gonna be making our own movie. That's just what it is. So should she feel pressured? No, she should never be pressured. Right. No. But let me tell you one thing. If I'm doing something to make you feel good, I seen a dude, I was watching a flick, he said, "You don't never run for pleasure. You enjoy pleasure. You don't never run from pleasure now." I don't want you to feel pressure, but don't run from pleasure.
let me say this. So no, I don't think a woman should ever. I don't think a woman should ever feel pressure.
Something is wrong with him, Lord.
I don't think a woman should ever feel pressure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do think before accepting a trip, like if you going trying to go out the country after, you go on a trip with somebody, that's definitely a conversation that needs to be had. Um, Not because you should do it if you go on the trip, but because you want to be safe, and how well do we really know people these days?
Yeah.
Like the same guy who was nice and mannerable in Chicago might get to Dallas and act a total fool because don't nobody he think know him. So just to be careful and know what's going on. So I don't think, but I never think a woman should automatically feel like she should have sex because of a trip or because of or they go to a hotel. Now, I think what you both were talking about is wisdom, is practicing wisdom. And I think wisdom, you do have to practice wisdom because unfortunately there are some dudes who aren't, who aren't going to be honorable if you say no. So I definitely would instruct any of my sisters to be wise because there's some dudes out here
that'll take it.
Yeah, that's on something totally different.
Yeah. Whether you say, look, the plan is to not have physical touch or whatever, not to have sex. If you still go and invite a person up, go to a hotel, whatever, that still doesn't mean that they won't try. So,
right.
I mean, I don't know. So in the dating game now, are people having these conversations? Like legit having these conversations? Like, look, I want to kick it with you. I want to get to know you, or spend some time with you. I'm invite you to my house, but you can't go past the bathroom. I don't like. Are people having these conversations or what? Because there should be no reason why a person should feel pressure to do anything they don't want to do.
Sometimes you don't need to go past the bathroom.
Now that's a true statement.
For me, it happens all the time. Like those conversations happen all the time for me. But I think I also recognize that part of those conversations happen for me because people know who I am, and so there's an expectation that that I'm waiting for marriage. So.
That's funny. I'm sorry.
There's this expectation, so it's like I've had people say it to me, like thinking that they were like saying something that I was going to be impressed by. So I'm like, oh, okay. But then ultimately, anyway,
I digress. Okay. So Mike Albright says, yo, this is a Robin Givens post. People discover who they are dating during the date.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to my point, so there's also been, I've had a few experiences and know of people who have experiences who where women will say they're not interested and then actually be interested. And so you're like, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? I've had experiences where I went into it thinking that this was not like, this ain't gonna happen. This not, and they get mad because I didn't try. And I'm like, I was trying to be a gentleman, and they, why? I didn't want you to be one. I'm like,
and that's when I go back and say, God, if you're really real, please have a rewind
button. So we go on trips now. We don't go together. Is that's
some people do?
Oh,
some people do.
Nice. Two separate, same room.
Some in the same room.
And we still gotta have this Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Some people do. Not gonna be me, but some people do.
You got a trip? Nice.
I'm trying to. I'll be praying all night. Mm-mm.
Right. Like what you take? Do you go on a girls' trip?
I'm not built like that.
Just go ahead and go on, take a girls' trip. You know.
I'm not built like that.
Like that. Yeah. That I just wouldn't. I would say don't put yourself in that situation. I just feel like a man gonna expect sex. Like I think we all been taught that. Like I don't think it's changed. So
because we're more off of even if you go out there with the intentions not to, we're more off of the sensation, the feeling. You know, it ain't even got to be skin contact. It can be t-shirt to back contact, and I'm pretty sure.
And
I'm pretty sure something's probably gonna go down. So.
Get that thing in the back. That look.
Right. If you feel something that you knew wasn't there before, that's probably me.
Stupid.
It's a good chance that's me.
Hey, you sleep?
That's not my kneecap.
You sleep?
That's not my kneecap.
So if a woman invites you over, or like you at the hotel, or I'm gonna invite you upstairs, are y'all saying no because I'm gonna want to have sex?
Wait,
are y'all no?
Now say that again.
So if you're y'all dating, courting, whatever we call it now, and the woman invites you up to her place because it's COVID or hotel, she said, I want to invite you over or inside, but I don't want to have sex. Are you saying, well, you know what? Kiss on the cheek, good night,
No. I've been in situations where that didn't happen. No, I did. I mean, definitely not.
I think in that instance, she said it. She said, like, this is not going down. So that's the difference. I think if that the expectation is there if you don't have the conversation. And so I think if she said you come up, whatever, but that's not what I'm waiting. Then that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you,
are you still going up? Are you still?
Sure.
I mean, why not? I mean, yeah.
I think so. I think it like. I mean, again, I've been in relationships where we waited. So it's not. I'm just saying it's not something I've never done before, but it is. It's not the norm in relationships anymore.
Right. Right.
It be y'all be the aggressors nowadays too.
I was gonna say most of them.
Y'all be the aggressors.
It has been her initiative.
Yeah. You go up there like, okay, we're cool. Like this is the first date. We just met. I'm cool. You're like, oh. Well, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. Okay.
I went up and I just said, look, I just need to use the restroom and then I'm gonna leave.
The restroom, I'm gonna leave.
Look, I'm telling you, sometimes it's a lady who is the aggressor, and that's a real thing.
Yeah, I would say, just to keep yourself safe, ladies, y'all can get concealed and carry too now. Yep. So just in case, because nowadays people are not mentally well.
True.
So know who you inviting over.
True.
I would say that. Same for you fellas. Know who if somebody do invite you upstairs, make sure you know what you're doing. Because they crazy. And yeah, people just aren't well right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, watch that. But no, nobody should feel pressure to do anything.
No.
Even if you said you were gonna do it and you decide to back out in that moment, you still have that right.
Yeah. Fact.
And everybody should honor that. Honor
Fact.
each other's decisions and choices or whatever. So
Yep.
it is what it is.
Absolutely.
Man, dating is hard out here for a pimp. We gotta have
It's hard out there.
You listen, you stay where you at.
man.
I tell every married person, stay where you at. You don't want to come out here.
Man, it's a jungle out there.
Whatever, look, unless it's some I told a friend, I was like, I told one friend, I said, unless it's like something extreme, you stay your butt home. You don't
Stay
want
at home.
I'm so glad I'm off the market now. That look,
you got off quick. You was like,
I'm so
out of
tired
here.
of spending money.
You spending too much money?
Oh my goodness!
I'm out. Look, he said, I'm out. He ain't tell nobody. He just like, I'm done.
Speaking of spending too much money though, so is it assumed that the man is automatically picking up the bill? You mentioned that. I forgot to bring that up.
For me it is.
You can try that if you want. If you like that girl, you won't get from a you don't get that bill. You can tell her we going Dutch if you want. And look, this ain't nothing. Look, we had a conversation. And we need to bring this back up. We had a conversation. I can't remember the last time I took a young lady to Olive Garden or the Red Lobster. They don't want that no more.
We did have that conversation.
They want the Eddie B's. They want the Perry's. They want the high end Houston's and stuff like that. Stuff that that if it's got a commercial, it's probably not a good idea to take her there.
Well, they got on nice clothes and everything.
Cooper's Hawk has commercials, so they all right.
Cooper's Hawk is borderline Bennigan's nowadays. They starting to get tired.
They're a little more expensive than Bennigan's, but okay.
Yeah, but they starting. It used to be
Bennigan's was late night.
Atmosphere.
Bennigan's, that was late night eating. That's like we come out of the club,
out of the movies.
Yeah, out of the movies and something. And he said you got a taste for some breakfast,
Yeah, Cooper's Hawk messed up when they put kids menu on there. I was like, nah. See that now this can't just be a nice adult place. Don't bring your kids in here.
All I know is if I got to pay over $120 to $130 for a meal, I'm not comparing it to Bennigan.
No,
I can't.
No.
The atmosphere is definitely different. Y'all paying $120 for a meal for dates now too? Just dating? Just dating?
Sometimes.
Try to go a little bit higher for me.
Sometimes, I mean, yeah.
And did you marry that person?
No.
Is that the person?
No.
Dates are costly now. Dates are costly now.
No,
that is costly.
I live in Dallas, Candace, and so that's automatically assumed here.
Dates are expensive.
I heard people just meet at Starbucks sometimes. That's
the litmus test. That's what you should do on the first.
Okay.
But it's some of y'all that's not going for that. Like y'all not going for no Starbucks.
No.
I'm worth a dinner. Like really? I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
Come on.
You worth the dinner. I'm just saying, just getting to know each other. Like, yeah. What? Yeah.
Some ladies who not going for that. So that's what I'm saying. You stay in the house. You good.
Yeah, because it's too much pressure. Y'all spending all this money. Are y'all budgeting?
I know.
You got a budget out here if you're gonna date.
I know I am.
You'll mess around and won't be able to pay one of them bills.
Right. So you done took her to all these restaurants and now she wants the ring and you can't afford it.
And
she done ate the ring.
She done ate the ring.
Well, I'm gonna let you talk to the ladies about that.
Yeah, that's
not the kid. I'm talking to the brothers on my post these days, so I'm gonna stick to the brothers.
Yeah. They're gonna have to fill me in because I didn't know it was that. That's a lot. That's a lot.
We going to
hold on
a regular basis.
Candace. And then don't mess around and spend that kind of money and after the second date get ghosted.
Ghost.
You lost out.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing you can do.
You stored in her phone as don't answer.
Right.
Yep.
After spending
I'm
hundreds.
depressed. Look now I want to go
Yeah.
over all the. No, I'm kidding.
What was y'all drinking? I might that put stress on me. It's rough.
You stay in the house.
I am.
Right where you are.
Man.
You and bro stay right where y'all good.
That's crazy.
It's us out here that's got problems.
Yeah. That's problems, yo. That's a lot. That's too. All right, I ain't gonna say too much more because I don't want to get in trouble with the ladies. Girl power. But don't be.
You need to talk to them. Talk to them. Talk to them.
You can't be having no smart ass mouth and spending all that money.
That's for them. Remember, that's for them. Y'all do that on them. That's what it's for.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about these dating expectations. I need to hear it from both sides.
Yeah, let's do that because I want to. I'm gonna put my meme up where my popcorn, grab the popcorn meme and watch.
Yeah, because I need to know like what's really going on.
Tell you now, they're gonna be like, no, I'm okay with the regular. They're gonna tell you that, but then you keep asking, they're gonna show you. No.
Yeah, I thought Starbucks and Panera Bread was okay. Just for meet me up there.
No.
They want rooftop.
They want rooftop. They want roof Chris. They want. I'm telling you, Cooper's Hawk is
a good date here in Dallas, Candace, and I'm not gonna prolong this, but a good date here in Dallas is about $200 each.
Man,
easy.
That's a good date.
That's a good date.
So dinner, was this some dancing?
That's dinner.
No, that's dinner with a couple beverages.
And we didn't dance?
No,
that's dinner.
That's dinner with a couple beverages, and hopefully you're leaving a good tip. Hopefully
ice cream. Dang.
No. Again, hopefully you're leaving a good tip. That's dinner, couple beverages.
This is dinner and drinks. That's it.
And hopefully you're leaving a good tip. So it may go a little bit over $200.
Oh. And that's a good date.
And that's a good date. That's what they call a good date here.
I would say, I wouldn't say 200. I would say about 150.
If you can run that
on a regular basis.
You up there in Michigan, so.
Yeah. Now, if you can run that kind of money, cool. Because in Chicago, it's not cheap to eat. I definitely.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Chicago is not cheap to eat either.
Chicago not cheap eating, but there are some nice atmosphere spots, good food where you don't have to go over $100 for a good time, and still have room for dancing and ice cream.
Yeah, you got to talk about that later. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that later. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I appreciate you both for sitting in tonight. This has been fun, and I can't wait for you to get done with school so you can come back with the woman cave.
Absolutely.
I definitely y'all tune in this Thursday at 7:00 p.m. Central for the brothers with me and Kyle, Wesley, excuse me, Wesley, Corey.
He's trying to get the bill pays to catch up with me, Candace.
Sorry, man. I've been calling you that for 20 years. I'm sorry.
I'm looking. So which one is it gonna be? Now I didn't. You know,
but so we got some really interesting questions that ladies gave us, and so we're gonna go through them, of course, on Thursday at 7:00. So y'all join us.
That's gonna be hot.
Yeah, always. Y'all have a good rest of your week. Again, if you are in Oklahoma City, please be careful with this storm that's out there. Y'all have a good rest of the night. Again, I'm gonna say this one more time. Y'all vote. We're counting on you to vote this week, so y'all get out and vote. Vote for who you want, for who you believe is best, but please get out and vote. If you're not a part of the Scoop Nation, y'all join the Scoop group. Make sure you have joined our the group and the YouTube channel. There it is. All right, y'all have a good rest of your night.
Good night.
Love y'all.
Shout out to Q and Kels. Thanks for letting us on the show tonight.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Tonight.
So I try to keep it low when you knock me to the floor, 'cause the tears. Would you believe this love is forever? And would you take this long speed?
You just have to forget the last song.
If this is goodbye, I want one last try. You just can't give up. Can't you see the tears in my eyes?
Do people know that that's you singing?
I don't think people know that that's me. No. I think most people have no clue that that's me singing. I don't think people know I can sing, actually.
Yeah, I don't think they know.
Yeah.
I think it's time to put you on blast.
And I don't know.